vlog. We're back again. Just met Cliff, my uncle, and we're just on our way to the Lake Park 3. Part 3, so it's 3 weeks on the trot. I've been up here now, and I've had a few fish, but not many. But the lake closes next week and I've got to work, so I thought I'd make the most of it. See, as the lake is closing for 6 weeks or 8 weeks, I think it is, just to give the lake a rest. Happens every year. And because I'm working next weekend, I thought I'd better get out this weekend and make the most of it of my last session before it shuts. We'll cut me for a month or so. So as I say, yeah, we're just on the way now. I've had to do the recording this bit with my phone this way up because I can't turn my phone sideways whilst driving apparently. Won't do it. Don't know what all that's about. But yeah, so we're on to the Park Lake, just on our way there now. Should be there in about 10-15 minutes. Get the old power barrow loaded up, and then beeline it straight round to the lake. So yeah, we're on our way. That's what I thought. Just give you a quick update, let you know where we're at. We're back out again for a new vlog. Try and record it again, see what we get. Hopefully we get a few today. It's either that or they're going to spawn, I think. That's my opinion. Still, until we get there, we don't know. If they start spawning, I think I'll just pull off and then just call it a quits for a weekend. It is what it is. Can't help it. As I say, I'm just going to get to the lake now. As soon as I'm there, I'll get the video back on and let you know where we're up to and where we're going. So until then, peace. See you shortly. And we're all set up. Back at it. Finally arrived. Got all the rods out. Got everything set up because it started to rain. That's why I didn't film nothing up until now. It is now 25 past 11, so we got here about 7 o'clock, got all set up and everything, and then yeah, as I say, it was raining and that, so I just quickly bolted about just to get everything ready and get everything underneath the cover. Let's say now we're all done, got a cup of tea on the go. Let's say it's all good. So just got the rods out, both on Ronnie rigs, both on the Carping squid. Just how I caught on that last week, so I just put a bright pop-up Scopex and then a washed out one on, pink. Because as I say, we have a boat club. I think they're still out. Let's have a look. As you can see, got the boat club out, so we're not allowed to use cast out or anything whilst they're out, unless we've landed a fish. But although in my area, I can carry on because there's nothing for me to distract me down here. I'm not in their way, so I can carry on my fishing. But as I say, if they're in front of you and you're fishing and that, they do ask you to leave your rods in or try and just wait for them to finish before you start casting out and everything, which makes sense. But as I say, we're back on it. Complete change in weather today. It's a lot cooler, overcast. Just hope we can get amongst a few. So nothing's been out yet anyway, so it's not like there's a few coming out, so I've got chosen run swim. I'm back in peg 3 again. I had a walk around this morning and it looked like the best opportunity was in here really, because I know they were down along the park bank yesterday. I had to walk along there with my little girl, and we see them all in the park bank where the people are feeding the ducks, so it makes sense for them to be along there. So we've got one rod over there along the park bank, and I've got another one just out into the middle. But so I'll wait for these boats to go out, and then I'll bring them both in, get some fresh bait out there again, and then try again. But so at the minute, nothing to report. But usual tactics, as I said, Ronnie rigs, Carping squid, bit of particle, and yeah, let's just hope if lands me a fish or two. So I'm always happy with just one. Just a blank saver will do me whenever I go. I'm happy with that. I'm not greedy. So there's a few on. I think there's 6 or 7 over on the cricket, the golf. We got what we call the cricket bank and then the golf side bank, because there's a golf course behind us, or used to be. And I think there's about 7 or 8 of them over on the cricket side, yeah. And so on the golf side, there's only 2 of us, so I thought less pressure over here. Again, we was going to go on the cricket side, but because there were so many over there. As I say, I always think about the pressure of so many lines. I say I think there's 3 or 4 of them over there. I've got 3 rods out, so there's a lot of line in the water. And if there's only no one over here, and there's only me and my uncle, sure that makes sense to get around here. I say my uncle's next door, he's in 4. But yeah, so it's been a bit slow. I thought I might have had one by now. A bit cheeky. So it looks like I've got one rod just over there, literally like halfway up along that bank, and the other one's just sort of, I'd say, yeah, about halfway out in the middle of the lake. So they're both on scope at skid, pop up pink, but I'm going to change one in a minute. One of them boats will go in. But it's yeah, so there it goes. I don't want to ramble on, as I always say, end up just talking crap. Apart from that, the old power barrow, good bit of kit that, fucking brilliant. The old Titan, the chair that I had to take in because it was getting wet, so it's not really a bed chair buddy, but it does a job. So it's all good. I say what I'll do is I'm gonna have some breakfast now, even though it's nearly lunchtime. Nice bacon egg sandwich and a bit of tomato, cup of tea. Wait for these boats to go in, and then I'll bring it back when I put the rods back out again. I'll put the old camera on, and so you can see how I do it. So I'm using the bait boat again, the Actor. Again, that's a great little boat. And so I've got the Mark 1, one of the original ones that they first brought out. It's never missed a beat. Works like a dream every time. Straight line, they have no problems with it at all. Compared to a lot of these newer ones that they've brought out, that I hear a lot of faults with. So my one's been brilliant. Never had no problems with it. But yeah, so I'm starting to ramble on now. I'll oh, it keeps going in a different colour. I'll yeah, so when these boats go in, I'll get back to you then and give you an update. Until then, peace out. Right, as I said, I'm going to get them rods back out. Oh, let's have a little sort out here. Where are we? So I'm just going to back the old camera on while I get all these rods in and say, get them back out. And I had nothing yet, but I say the boats have all gone in. And it's time to put a bit of fresh bait out. So let's just set this up. Hopefully you can see us alright, and here is all good. Let's get the boat. Bait the boat up. Switch it all on. So yeah, we've got a Ronnie rig, just a nice bright fluoro pineapple boilie. Rig in first. Sort this out. So what I'm going to do is just put a few chopped boilies up, a bit of pellet, and then a little bit of popcorn on top. So let's get cracking. Here we go, just some boilies. So all I do is just break them up with my fingers, drop them in the upper. Don't put too many, about 10 or 12. Pellet. Plumb these ones up into dust. Little lots up at that. Little sort out. Particle, just got a bit of hemp and maize and hemp this week. easy. Boiled up at home. Lovely bit of particle. This one hang up here. Put that over there to do that rod. And I always like to use a bit of PVA foam just to make sure it all bounces up nicely and don't get stuck. Ooh. Put that in there like that. Pile it up nicely. You know, all over the gas. Made it right pins here in this one. And away she goes. So I'm not fishing too far. Over by the park bank. Hopefully we can bag ourselves from over there. Like I say, filler in peg 32, we caught one earlier on. I don't know what size, I've not spoke to him yet, but I've seen he had one. Like I say, apart from that, I think there's only been one fish out so far this weekend. Hopefully we can bag a few. Plenty of time. Lead. Coming back. Get these bobbins on. That's one down, one to go. So the boat's coming back in now. Now the next one. What I'll do is I'll just get this rod in and I'll start recording again once I'm ready to reload it all up and get it back out there. Speak to you in a minute. Right, and we're back. As you can see there, nice little runny rig. Called a boom setter. That's a Carpenter's Essentials actually. Boom section. PB products hit and run. Lead clip system. Them PB product hit and run systems are brilliant. That slides up the line on its own. I really like them. I've been using them quite a bit lately. Good little setup like that. And then this one ain't got a runny, it's a little choddy. Choddy for a noddy. That's me. Right, let's get it baited up. Let's say a few have got some krill. I'm going to put some krill in with this. Bit of pellet, a little bit of particle, and this one's going out into the middle. So I'll just get that done and I'll get back to you in a minute. Pour these krill. Bit of pellet, just a sticky vanilla. As usual, a couple of foam nuggets over the top on the hook. Let's get this one out. Let's hope this one don't make it look as hard work as I did last time. Just seen a fish jump right under the boat, so I've just stopped it there and left it, dropped the bait there, just to see what happens. Let's see if we get one for that. I see the fish jump right underneath it. I don't know if you caught that on the camera. It's worth an hour. That's the both runs out. I say the left one was meant to go out into the middle, but I don't know if you got it on the camera, but I spooked the fish just as I was reeling that in. Then putting the boat out, it nearly knocked the boat over. Must have gone straight over the top of one. So let's see what happens there. So as I say, I've dropped that a lot shorter than what I was fishing. But as I say, if you see a fish, you've got to drop a bait on his head. And that's what I've just done, quite literally. So I'm going to check back now. Hopefully that was on camera, that was mad. As I say, that rod was meant to go out to the middle. But seeing as that just happened, I've dropped it well short. So I'll give it an hour and a half in that. And then if not, I'll go back onto the spot I've been baiting. So yeah, that's how I do my rods. Hopefully you've got it on camera. As I say, I'm only using my phone and I've just got a little makeshift sort of stand for it in a minute. I'm waiting for the other one to come, the proper one. And then I say it shouldn't look so bodged put together, this video. But as I say, rods are both back out, a fresh bit of bait. Let's see if we can winkle one out. If so, I shall get the old camera on and get back to you with an update. Hopefully we've got one in the net. So I'll speak to you in a little bit. Peace out. Right, update time, 20 to 2 in the morning, and nothing to report. Can't believe it. I really can't believe it. As I say, I've just made my final cup of tea before bed. Just finished watching the Fury fight. Well, I say just finished to watch the Fury fight. But yeah, nothing at all. I even sat out there on the stage with my rods so that I could watch the fight and still hear and look, keep an eye out to make sure there was anything jumping or boshing out. So I watched the boxing out there and nothing at all, didn't see nothing jump. It was a bit depressing today. It's been a funny session, to be honest. You know when you feel like you've tried hard, but then there's a bit of you thinks, have I overtried? And I don't know, I feel like I should have just left my baits in the water and then topped them up with bait. Instead, what I've been doing today is that, like, sort of giving it an hour and a half, and then I was reeling in, and then sort of putting bait out and then just dropping it back out there again. But there is a reason behind that, why I was doing that. There's so much weed now, the weed's got so long. Like in some places it's like 3 foot deep, like the weed is like three foot long, and it's big, like big old areas of it. And I left the old Deeper Pro at home, so that was about pissing in the wind trying to find spots, and so I had to go back to like casting my lead again, just trying to find a few areas. But luckily enough, my mate Aaron and his brother come down, and they say they've got a drone and a Deeper Pro. So we put the drone up, see all the fish, and they were all just in the middle of the lake, up in the layers. And I mean, the whole stock must have been there. I've never seen so many fish in here, to be honest. I didn't realise there was that many in here. And they was all out in the middle. No fish anywhere else. So the boys, Aaron and his brother, they jumped in the in peg 6, which was pretty much right in front of them where the fish were. And so they've both got 2 rods each in the area out there where the fish are, and they ain't even had nothing either. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. And I had a little walk round to check everyone in today and sign, well, so this evening before the boxing started, just to sign everyone in round the other side and just to see how they were getting on. And none of them read anything. I say none of them. A fella in 32, peg 32, he had a couple out this early doors this morning, but even he said that both the fish he had were just absolutely full of spawn. So a bit of me now thinking, I know I keep saying it and it sounds like a cop out, but I believe that they're sort of preparing to spawn, do their spawning, seeing as that they're all, I've never seen them in the middle of the lake like that before. Even when out on the punt and things, you don't ever see them like that, which is a bit strange. But it's been really slow, really tough. That's how I think I overcomplicated it. I kept changing things. That's how I put a PVA bag on my right hand rod, just flicked a few PVA bags around for a couple of hours. I say a couple of hours, must have been good 3.5, 4 hours I did it. Just every hour, just pinging a bag out in different spots, in the same sort of area though, because it had a clear spot there that was just to the right of me, short range. And that didn't do nothing, because I've just put that back onto a Ronnie and then flicked that back out into the middle of the lake where the fish were, sort of in that area, even though they're more to the left of me. But I thought if I put them out into the middle, a bit of bait on top, then it might sort of attract a few fish in, but it ain't done nothing. And as I say, my only saving grace, where I'm not beating myself up too much, is the fact that only 2 fish have come out on the opposite side, and that's it. And there's 10 anglers on. So yeah, it's not like I believe I'm doing anything wrong. The only sad downside is that the lake now closes after, well, next weekend, I think Saturday. I'm sure it's Saturday. The lake closes for I think it's 8 weeks. So it won't be open until the end of July. So this will be the end of the Park Lake series until the end of July. And we get back up here again and we try it for the summer. It could be quite productive up here in the summer, to be honest, like most places, I suppose. But as I say, while this is shut for 8 weeks, I'll drop back onto my other ticket and fish back on there for a few weeks and see if we can winkle another one out. So I'll just get a bit of momentum on all my other lakes until they closed, and that's why we've dropped onto here, because obviously, yeah, vice versa, they close, this opens, and this closes, they reopen. So I'll go back on there for a bit. And then sort of during summer, all my lakes will be back open again, like sort of August time. And then it'll just be sort of mixing it up between here and there, depending on where's fishing all right, to be honest. I say last summer I did pretty well. I think I was up here pretty much most of last summer. So I may just give this another year, another summer up here, and just do what I did last year, sort of the odd session on the other lakes. But until then, we'll come across that. But as I say, this is the last of the Park Lake series for the minute, until we get back on here in the end of July. So I'll still be doing a few videos, but they'll be on the other waters. And as I was just saying, I was getting a bit of momentum on them. So I've had a 330s and an upper 20. That was sort of like 4 weeks leading up, 4 or 5 weeks that was leading up to it, them closing. And then, so I'm looking forward to getting back on there and try and catch. So I've got one more fish to go in Johnson's, which is the biggest in there, the peach at £40. If I get that this year, I don't know what I'm going to do, because then that'll be both the lakes there that I've had the biggest out. Although Buzzbridge is still, I still want to fish that a bit more. There's still a few in there I want to get. But it's a bit tough, innit? You know, it's like when you do it the other way around, when you catch the biggest before you catch anything else, it screws up the whole plan. But still, it's a lovely water. It's a pleasure being there. So I don't mind still slugging it out, trying to catch a few of the others in that one. Whereas Johnson's, I've had quite a few of the stock in there now. And there's only really probably 2 that I want to get out of there. One's the dink, that goes about £35, £38. And as I say, the peach, and so I reckon that'd be about £40, £41 now. So I won't mind them 2 to my collection. But say, coming back to the Park Lake, it was just a quick update. Still blanking my tits off. Gonna have my ciggy, my cup of tea. Got my citronella, little lemon, citronella bloody candle on, keeping the mozzies out. So I left my mozzie door at home. And yeah, so as I say, if you see another update before it's daylight again, then you know I've had one. If the next part is in the morning, then you know it's a big official, big fat blank. But it's all part of it, and we ain't gonna catch them indoors. So, and it's nice to get out. I enjoy it down here. Good bunch of lads that fish it. And it's a real pleasure being on here. It's good. You get on with everyone. Everyone has a good chat. Nothing too serious about anyone on here. So yeah, it's a pleasure. It's nice to find a lake like this, to be honest. But it's just tough going when you don't catch in it. Wounding. But still, in it to win it. And so I'm going to cut this off now. Finish off here. Get me head down for 3 hours kip. Got work in the morning, so it'll be a bit of an early fucking quick pack down and get up and out of here. And then get down the road straight into work, which is lucky because I'm literally 5 minutes away from work. So yeah, until the morning or until tonight, if I catch something, I shall speak to them. And if I catch something tonight, obviously, that'll be a result. If not, I'll chat to you in the morning. Peace out. Cheers for tuning in. And thanks for watching up to this far, if you have done. Appreciate that. Peace. Right, and that was that. I've just got back from that. As I say, I was meant to give an update this morning when I packed. I said this morning when I packed up, but I overslept. To say we didn't get to sleep till about 2 in the morning, and then I overslept. And obviously I had work this morning, and I woke up late, and I literally just threw my stuff together. I jumped in the motor, and then got straight back to work. So that's the reason why I didn't give you an update from the lake. But as I say, yeah, I didn't have nothing through the night. And by the sounds of it, from speaking to everyone else in the lake, they didn't catch nothing either. I think there was one fella actually in Peg 32. He had a couple early doors yesterday morning, but apart from that, there was nothing. And as I say, now that sun's on there till about 8 weeks time, because it's shut next week, but I'm working again, so I won't be able to get out. And then we'll carry on the old park series, the Park Lake series, when it reopens. As I say, it's shut for 8 weeks, end of July, and then we'll be back on there. But as I say, until it opens again, we'll probably get down to Johnson's and Buzzbridge on the Godalming ticket. Give them a while, because they should be opening up again soon. I think it's a couple of weeks. And yeah, so as I say, sorry about the update from this morning. It's now what's the time? 2:10. I've just got in from work, from leaving the lake this morning. So until next time, I appreciate if you've managed to watch it to this far. I know it gets a bit boring halfway through and you realise there's no fish and no action. So I do understand, I do get it. But as I say, if you have got it this far, appreciate that. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you all soon. Probably about 2 weeks time I should be out again, all being well. So I'll catch up with them. Cheers. Peace.
Thank you.